Today's video is part of the Have a Heart open playlist hosted by these ladies, and I'll be telling you a little more about that later on. Thank you for stopping by. This is Junkernecker and my name's Leah. Here you'll see Pinterest projects, thrift flips, trash to treasure crafting, Dollar Tree DIYs, and the occasional shopping haul. I'm going to be using this St. Patrick's Day decor piece and turning it into a Valentine decor piece. First thing I'm going to do is use this Waverly chalk paint in the color Ballet Slipper and paint everywhere that's on the original piece before the appliques were put on. I didn't paint the entire stem of the piece because it's really not going to show once I get finished. But I'm going to add some bright magenta color in with my original Ballet Slipper color. And I left it all in the brush. What I'm going to do is try to gradually darken this color for each three of those applique hearts. Here I'm mixing in a little bit more of the bright magenta and painting a second heart on there. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but I put a little too much of the bright magenta because it all came squishing out at the same time. So for the third heart, I'm going to lighten back up by using the baby pink color in Apple Barrel. And now I'll have three beautiful pastel pink hearts on the original Ballet Slipper heart. While waiting on that to dry, I'll be painting the Ballet Slipper color on these filigree style hearts. After they dried, I added a little bit of hot glue on the back and stuck them down to those hearts that I had painted on top of the clover. Now I'm ready to come in with some ribbon and cover up that stem on the bottom using Dollar Tree ribbon and some vintage ribbon that I happen to have thrifted. And I just laid those three pieces together that I chose, and doing a simple bow, I crossed them over like so, wrapped a ribbon around the middle and tied it up, and snipped the ends. Now I'm going to put some white pearl trim around the center just to add a little pop of white. I wrapped it around and glued it in the back. And then glued that bow down onto the clover, which is now a heart decor piece. As you'll notice here, the bottom of the stem is showing. I don't want people to recognize this was once a clover, so I'm going to put some more tails on using that solid wired ribbon from Dollar Tree. I keep saying clover. I guess you should call it a shamrock. Anyway, I just tucked that in right up against the bow. Rather than putting the twine back on for a hanger, I used another narrow piece of satin ribbon for that. And I think this is so perfectly shabby chic beautiful. There's a little bit of the stem showing. I could have gone up higher with my ribbon, but still, I am in love with this piece. This playlist is being hosted by Brenda of Rustic and Lace, Chantelle of Crafty Hints, and Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun. Links to all their channels will be in the descriptions, along with a link to watch the Have a Heart open playlist. You won't want to miss that. This looks like a train wreck, but it's actually not. I put a bunch of different colors on one of those wood hearts and used my heat gun to move the colors around and dry it. I used fuchsia, white, bright magenta, and light pink. And I think this turned out so beautiful. The only thing I needed to add once it dried was a solid color pink bow that I made with some wired ribbon. And there it is. I love how this turned out. I could have put some words on it, but I don't want it too Valentine-y because I'm going to hang this up in my craft room. Now this one is a train wreck, I'll admit it. I first started with some light pink color on this heart. Yeah, my heart was kind of warped a little bit. I'm just going to paint that all over the front side. And then I'm going to use some stencils. This is a Dollar Tree stencil. And I don't do well with stencils. Stencils and me don't mix. Anyway, I used ivory color paint and put a few of those different colors, different shapes of hearts on there, I should say. The first two went okay, but once I watered down my paint because I thought it was too thick, I made a mess. But that's the breaks. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This one was a loser. I'm going to add some lace all the way around the edge. And I didn't have enough to cover all the way, but you'll see that I made do with what I had and put something different on the part of the heart that I didn't have ribbon for, or I didn't have lace for. I'm going to use some navy ribbon with some flowers, and I want to kind of ruffle it up. What I was doing was just gluing it down, making a ruffle, gluing down, make another ruffle, glue it down all the way down that side. I probably should have stopped there, but nope, I had to add some more stuff. Just keep on adding, Leah. Anyway, I got some Spanish moss and crumpled it up, made a bird nest of sorts, and put a little bird on the nest. Put another one across from it. Yeah, I just kept on adding. And I'm going to add some sticker letters too. They're from Dollar Tree. And I'm writing out the words lovebirds. There is the finished project. Not my favorite by any means. And yeah, that's how it looks. Anyway, here's all three of those together. My pretty in pink Valentine decor DIYs. Remember to check out the playlist. And I thank you very much for watching my video today. Until next time, bye-bye.